Hi everyone, just going to make a quick video about the 2.4.4 dev test, which is going to be launched in stable shortly. So in 2.4.4 we've added a number of things, fixed a lot of bugs, and what I'm going to talk about in this video is firstly the new annotation system. Secondly, I'm going to talk a bit more about how to use this kind of interface to connect up equipment. And finally I'm going to give you a little hint for building sailing ships, which I figured out yesterday. So first things first, the annotation system. When you pause the game by pressing F11, you may see these little annotations pop up for some of the vehicles. These are called annotations, and they are added by pressing V, clicking annotations, and then we can press the new annotation button. We can write our comment in there over multiple lines. We can set the text color, set the label color, and set the line color. And we can move that annotation around. So if we want to mark it on the PID controller or something like that, we can do that, right? Somehow by moving it around. And then we can set the distance that it's displayed at. I'm going to remove that one. But that is the annotation system, and these annotations are visible when the game is paused, and they're visible when you are building in build mode as well. That's that. What I'm going to talk about next is this responding module thing. I had some questions about can you change the angle of a spin block using this system. So what I have done is made a little vehicle that, rather than using that little propeller down there for controlling the roll of the vehicle, you can see it's doing right now, because it's listening to the roll axis, I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to show you how I've made this system use ion thrusters on spin blocks to control the roll. And when it's not controlling the roll, these ion thrusters are just going to be used for general purpose propulsion. So the ion thrusters themselves are set to listen to main positive, which is the primary drive basically, and also to the forward, which is what the AI uses to tell the vehicle to move. So when the AI tells the vehicle to go forward, they will fire up, and it's going to be doing that a lot. But when the vehicle is moving forward, we need to control the roll of the vehicle, sort of actively. So if I go into the spin block, we'll see it's set to rotate. In the angle controller, it is set to roll 0.5. That means that when I press the roll button, it's actually going to fire to 90, and if I press the other roll button, it goes to -90, and you can see them rotate. We can move and resize our interface, and we can hold the middle mouse button to move the view around, so we can see what's going on. I'm pressing one roll button, and it's going to 90, press the other, it goes to -90, and you can see they both move. So that is how that is set up. These two guys at the back are both set to listen to pitch. Now, again, it's 0.5 they're set to, which gives 90. If I set it to 1, then it would give 180 degrees, and if I set it to 0.25, it would give 45 degrees. So that's how that works, and as we've just seen, the vehicle's been driving around a bit. When the nose goes up, these guys at the back are going to point down, which is going to push the back down and let the nose go back to flat again. And as the vehicle rolls, we're going to see these guys roll. Now, I can actually just jump in here, I think, and take control of the vehicle. And because I've done that, it's no longer controlling roll and pitch. So as soon as you disable this active stabilization, things start to go wonky, and I can just show that, yeah, I can start to do that, and I can get the roll back on track. But it's very difficult, which is why we leave the AI to do it, and we put the PID controllers on the AI to let them do the best job of that they can. So that's one sort of cool use for these spin blocks covered, and how to basically set up the propulsion systems. And now I'm going to go and show you something I've been doing on the Vanguard very quickly, which is that if I just turn the Vanguard off, I'll turn everything off, and I hold down Q and press warp. I'm now in the chair of the Vanguard. Turn the sailing off. We can put primary drive to full, and the sail will go to maximum fullness. If I press the roll button, like I'm going to do now, it actually reduces the winch angle on this winch to 50%, which reduces the area of the sail and will stop the vehicle from rolling so heavily. And similarly, if I need to roll the other way, it's going to do the opposite thing. It's going to reduce the winch angle on that winch, which again has the effect of reducing the sail angle. So how I've done that is just by setting it to forward 100% and main positive, which are effectively very similar things, because the AI always uses this one, and the player the vast majority of the time uses this one. And then the I set roll to 50, which means that when roll left comes in, it's going to reduce it by 50%. And this one is set to roll left by 50, so when roll right comes in, it's going to reduce the winch angle to 0.5. So you can see here, instantly set to 1 when hearing forward, instantly set to minus 0.5 when hearing roll right, and then the total value of all of these things right now is 0.5, which means that our winch is 0.5. So by pressing roll left and roll right, we are reducing the area of the sail, and you know, asking for those roll left and roll right commands is exactly what the AI does when the vehicle starts to roll too heavily. So if we put the AI on,
receiving, you're in control now.
We will see it sort of actively controlling the sail area. So that is hopefully useful to some people, and hopefully further gives an idea about how these blocks can be controlled. The next thing I want to say is just a little change to the interface, is that if you hold down the middle mouse button or hold down the E key, you can control the mouse whilst in an interface, which is quite a nifty new feature. So I can actually completely control the camera freely by holding down the middle mouse button and pressing the movement keys from there. The other changes are listed as usual here. So if I go in there and right click 2.4.4, it'll show the changes of 2.4.4, which is mainly fixes and mainly to the multiplayer, but there's a number of other fixes in there. And as usual, those new user interface commands can be controlled from the key mapping section. So allow look in user interface 2 and allow look in user interface are mapped to middle mouse and E, and you can change that there. So that's everything I want to talk about for 2.4.4. Hope you enjoy it, and see you next time.